Hey guys, this is Sarah from Our Beauty, and if you want to see how I got this brown smoky eye using the infamous Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, then just keep on watching. I'm going to start by prepping my skin. As always, the Nivea Essentially Enriched Body Lotion. I'm going to start with that on my face first. So today at work, you know something that and then I'm gonna next go in with the L'Oreal Lumi Magic, like I usually do, just like one full-size pump. So at work, you know, like I told you, I work for an eye surgeon. I work in an eye clinic, and I absolutely adore what I do. I work in an office, they're all females, so you can imagine that it's very like tense sometimes. It's a little disappointing sometimes, but there's not much you can do about it. Just gonna brush my eyebrows up. I think I told you guys before, I'm growing them out. I'm probably gonna get them threaded at the end of the week. I'm going to be going in for foundation with the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I have the shade Creamy Vanilla. And then I'm also going to be mixing that with Light Beige, number 3. As much as I like this foundation and I like what it does for my skin, I will say this does not have an extensive shade range. So it'd be really difficult for, you know, women of color. And actually, I'm really surprised I even could find anything because I'm very olive toned, and it's usually very, very difficult for me to find any kind of foundation that's gonna match my skin tone and still look beautiful. But you know, I find that these two colors mixed together, I just take about 2 pumps in my hand and then I just put one of this color. And I feel like that, so that's one, oh God. I keep forgetting how full cover. I'm not going to do all this at all. So that's the only thing with this foundation that I really don't like, is that it is not really a full range, you know? But it is a very, very full coverage. Okay, so that is the foundation all blended in. I like the way that this foundation blended out. It did take a minute because it was so thick that I felt like it took me a little bit longer than, like, say, my Wet n Wild, you know, but it is definitely much more full coverage in the Wet n Wild. Now I'm gonna go in for concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape, and I use the color Light Neutral. And this is also very full coverage, so we are pushing the limits today. Okay, I'm not used to this like high impact of, but I kind of wanted to go a little more glam for this look, so that's what we're gonna do. If bringing other women down is what like makes you happy in life, it's a little sad, just a little bit. And I'm gonna go into the Laura Mercier contour palette. And this has been obviously well loved, and I'm going to go into the number 1 shade, the lightest shade, and I'm going to go in with this contour brush from the Morphe Gilded collection. This is the Y12. Like, I wish that it was in a stick. I find the sticks just are so easy, but it's a really good product nonetheless. And this is where I like to contour. Everybody has their own way of contouring, and you have to do what's right for your face shape and what's gonna make your face look the most sculpted. So what I do to my face isn't necessarily what I'm going to recommend everybody to do to their face, just because I simply have a different face than you do. Get my forehead. Just blend this in. For the contour, I do like to go in with this dense brush from Royal & Langer Nickel, the complexion BMD 185 brush, and I like to just do this little swirling motion here. I think I've said this a million times now, but it can cause some micro exfoliation, but like I said, if you exfoliate pretty regularly, it's not something that I really have a problem with, or I've never seen it translate on my makeup harsh. But I'm also just blending this and doing the stippling motion with this brush just on my contour, not my highlight. So I'm definitely seeing a difference between this and the Wet n Wild stick. This one is just a lot better of a shade for me, and it definitely blends into the skin and it's not sticky or tacky. I want to like that Wet n Wild contour stick because it's so easy to use, but then again, every time I use it I feel like, oh, it's so sticky. There we go. Looking sculpted. Go in with my beauty blender. Woo, that is a highlight. It's really hard to get in my inner corner, and that's like using any beauty sponge, so I'm not blaming the sponge here, but it is really hard for me in that inner corner. Wow. We are sculpted. And of course, Tarte Shape Tape. This is one of my favorite concealers. It's not from the drugstore, but it's still, I mean, everybody likes this concealer. I don't know too many people who don't. It is a little drying and I don't use it all the time. I only use this when I want to go full on glam. If I want my under eyes to not have any bags, like this is the concealer I go for. If I have an event or something like a wedding, you know, anything like that, this is the concealer I'm going with. I'm gonna set that. For a cheer, I'm gonna use the Coty Airspun and bake. So I finished my concealer and I also did my eyebrows. Today, unlike most days, I carved out my eyebrows. It does make a very huge difference when you're going for a super glam look. What's on my face? At least the ones that like right here on my nose, and I'm gonna keep the rest. I just wanna get some of it off of where my nose is. I can't stand that like way too powdery look. So I went ahead and I finished one side of the brown smoky eye. Oh, I already set my eye with this Wet n Wild shade Single Shadow in the shade Creme Brulee, and I also like to use this to kind of blend out my shadows. It's the perfect shade for that. It's actually the only thing that is missing, in my opinion, out of this Jaclyn Hill palette, and I hate to say that because I love her, but this palette is pure perfection. The only thing is that it just doesn't have that cream shade. But I went with just a brown eyeshadow look, but you can see I have been playing with this palette and I adore it. So first thing I'm going to kind of do is I'm going to go in with this little brown shade right here, and I'm going to kind of use that as my transition color. Just take this Y17 brush and I'm just going to stroke that all over my lid. And put on that base shadow, if you don't already know this, it just really helps to blend out all the other shadows. My boyfriend was FaceTiming me, that's why I took a little break and I kind of did some of the side. Next, I am going to go in with that eyeliner. And I'm just hitting it in the center because I just want that section of my eye to be super saturated with color. I'm just going to take it like just about there, not any higher than that. And then I'm going to take the Y18, which it's dirty because I just used it. And I'm going to go in with this deepest brown shade here on the bottom row. Her palette doesn't have a lot of fallout at all, by the way. And I'm just going to pat this over that eyeliner. And it's really just going to meld together and make that right there super deep. And then I'm just going to softly blend this out. See how, I mean, look, like I went from like that irregular shape to now it's really nicely blended and it's looking good. See that? Now from here, I'm going to take a denser blending brush, the Y15 from the Gilded collection, and I am going to go in with this like chocolate brown shade here. And I'm going to kind of go right above where I'm hitting that. I'm going to do like a slow build on this outer edge here with just lighter and lighter colors, really going to help me to blend it out later. Just like that. See how I'm like opening up my eye a little bit? And I'm going to take this fluffier blending brush, the Y17, and I'm going to go in with this middle coppery shade right here. And I'm going to swatch all of these in the end, so it's going to be a lot easier. And then I'm going to go over the top of all this. I gotta tilt my head back just a little bit. And I take my time here, making really small, making really small, light, little strokes here. Because you don't want your eye, you don't want that brown to get that dark brown way too high. So you want to be careful how you're moving the brush around. Wow. Look at that. Gorgina. And I go back in with this fluffy brush. I'm going to go in with that creme brulee shade. That's like my blending shade. I'm just going to soften those edges here. Now over here, I took it out a little bit farther than I really wanted to because I was on the phone with my boyfriend. My boyfriend was also going to do that same kind of, let's be honest, error over here. I really didn't want to take it out that far, but you know, that's just the story now that we're going to be going with. We have to stick to it. And make that outer V just a little bit more prominent. Perfect. So for the rest of my face, I am going to go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This needs no introduction. This is this is my favorite bronzer at the drugstore, period. Fluffy, but yet like still controllable bronzer brush, the Y5. I don't really know if this is really a bronzer brush, but that's what I use it for. Bronze up my face. It's just like the perfect bronzer. It's matte, has no shimmer in it. It smells like a vacation. It makes me feel amazing every time that I use it. I never have a problem blending this out. It never gets patchy, it never gets dry or gray or weird. It doesn't make me look like I have dirt on my face. It's just perfect. And I think the vacation scent that it has is probably one of my favorite things. It's also controlling it, like in a controlled way. It's not like flaring everywhere. You know how like people can use those big bronzer brushes? Not me. I have too small of a face for that. So I do recommend that if you have a smaller face, smaller head, like I do, to not use those really gigantic bronzer brushes. Size like this, perfection. And here's my blush. And in no other than the Milani Big Blush in the shade Luminoso. I used this on another video already. I mean, it is my blush addiction. It's really hard to get out of. I'm gonna do my little shady smile. It just really elevates your cheeks. Jesus, so pretty. And I feel like I can keep on adding this and it never gets weird looking. Like it never gets like too much. You know how you can just really quickly like take a blush from like 0 to 1000 really quickly? Most blushes do that, but that one does not. I'm gonna actually start with the Morphe Y21. This is just an eyeliner brush, and I'm gonna go in with that deepest brown right there, and I'm really gonna get close to my inner lash line here. Just like that. You don't wanna go too far with this one, with this dark shade, because you can look like a panda really quickly. You want to connect it to that outer corner and then just get as close to the lash line as you possibly can going inward. Okay, so I just finished smoking out the lower part of my lash line, and now I am applying my brow bone highlight. I used the second color in this palette right here. It's got a nice yellowy undertone and it really does a great job. So I place the shadow right underneath my eyes, and then I take like a fluffy flat brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, and I just skim over my eye like that, just like that. Oof. That is a brow bone highlight, the highlighter that I'm going to be putting on my face. So I'm going to use the Master Chrome in the gold. I mean, if you've never seen this, I mean, I'm sure you have, it's like everywhere. I mean, you just can't, I don't know how they did it. How did they do that? Anyway, so I'm gonna take this on a fan brush. I'm gonna highlight my damn face. And this is without putting any spray on my face. My face is the Sahara Desert dry right now, and I'm gonna change that in a minute. But I'm putting this on, I'm going to spray my face, I'm going to rub it in with a beauty blender, beauty sponge. It's not a beauty blender, it's Eco Tools sponge, but I seem to like to call every beauty sponge a beauty blender. I guess I wish I had it like that, but I don't. Just look at that highlight though. I mean, it just brings the look together. Oof. Stuff like this like makes me excited. Highlighter, every time, highlighter can make me super duper excited about a look. You see that beacon of light on my freaking face right now? Okay, Then I'm going to take that small pencil brush that I use for my brow bone and go in with this highlighter and just get my inner corner nice and golden. Oof. I'm going to bring it down to kind of brighten this area right here. Just like that. So I'm using the Flower Seal Video. This is my new favorite setting spray. The mister, just look at. She got it right with this mister. Jesus Christ. It's just so fine that it's incredible. Now I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and I'm gonna pat all over my face because my face is super duper dry right now because of all of that powder that we put on before. Boom. And now it just makes your skin look like actual skin. How like it just brings your skin back to life. It really does. It really does something for your skin and I really love that. See, it looks really smooth right now. So, like I promised, back in with the highlighter, and I'm just gonna hit the highest points with my face, nice and moist. Oh, God. It just intensifies it. Do you see that? I mean, under what circumstances? I mean, to do this, I'm gonna go in with a nude eyeliner. Just the Rimmel Scandal. I'm trying to like thicken out my lashes, so I'm not trying to like put on fake lashes, plus I'm not very great at it. But these are kind of like false lashes in a bottle. Anything too crazy on the mouth. So I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner. And this is in the shade Bear to Commit, or Bear to Comment. I'm going to go in with the Rimmel First Class Nude. Blend this color into the lip liner, especially for the top. And then once you do that, I like to go make it look really good, really blended. Then the Rimmel Katy Perry in the color, what is this color? Rosetto. Alright guys, this is the finished makeup look. I really love how it turned out. I, as promised, am going to swatch some of the shades for you guys here. So, of the Jaclyn Hair Palette. I have to tell you guys, I have not been this into an eyeshadow palette in a long time. And not only because of like how nice the eyeshadows are, but also how inexpensive and how like she made it just really attainable for anybody to buy it, and I really appreciate that. So, and I love her personality and I watch all of her videos. So, without further ado, I'm only going to swatch just a few of these. So I think I am definitely going to swatch a brow bone highlight that I did earlier today.
So I'm definitely going to do the brow bone highlight that I did earlier. There is nothing on my finger. I did not wet my fingers. Do you see that shadow right there? Do you see it?
That's on my brow bone. That's why I was so shooketh. I couldn't do anything. I hate saying that word, but I'm gonna go in with one of these matte brownie transition shades. Just look how buttery these eyeshadows are. Do you see that? Like, can you see it? It is fully pigmented. And then I'm gonna go into this beautiful shade right here. Just look at it. There's nothing on my fingers. Do you not see that? I mean, it blows me away. Like, these are really comparable to really high-end eyeshadows. I mean, hats off to Jaclyn Hill. Jesus. Okay, what else? Oh, I'm gonna swatch this mustard shade. This is a hard shade. It's a really, also the Laura Lee Los Angeles palette has a beautiful mustardy shade. Do you see that? Let's do a deeper brown. Those are hard to do. This coppery brown, I really like this one. You already know it's gonna be good. You see? I'm gonna go in with this like bronzy gold shade here. I mean, who told you, Jaclyn, to blow me away like this with these freaking palettes? And I just heard today, I just watched her video and she's coming out with more palettes, and you better believe I'll be picking those palettes up. Oh, this is the shade that she said it took her forever, so she named it Obsessed, and I am obsessed with this shade also. Boom. I think I'm gonna go into this beautiful blue shade right here, and I actually did a really cool look with this, and it was in my intro video. I didn't do a video on it, but look at that blue. Look at that blue. Well guys, there you have it. This is the brown smoky eye using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I hope that you guys appreciate this video and that you guys really like how my look turned out. I really like it. So if you guys want to see more looks like this, more tutorials and more reviews, then just don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, you want to hit the post notification bell so you can see every single time that I upload a video. And if you want me to review anything, if you have any questions or anything like that, or even if you just want to leave me some love down in the comments, I could sure use it. That would be great. So thanks again, and I wish you guys all the best, and I will see you the next time. Bye.